Sup YouTube, Thunderwolf89. As I said, I was going to do a Geargia video. Finally got around to doing it. So I thought, since I'm getting rid of my collection and stuff, I might as well get it done with as soon as possible, because soon I won't have it. So yeah. Start straight with the deck list. 3 gear armor, the touch power. Amazing. 19 defense makes it perfect for surviving an attack. And just keep grabbing advantage before you go off. Next we have Geargia Arsenal. Basically, with these 3, you have 6 cards that you can open with first turn to go straight into your Geargia armor play. Because this basically you just summon tribute, get Geargia armor defense, split face down, and plus, with another Geargia monster on the field, it becomes 19 beat stick, so you can ram into his Ryos, so you can get a search from your armor and stuff, or beat other things. Next we have the Kizan of the deck, well, kind of Grandmaster but not strong. Basically specialist with another Geargia, so you can make instant XZ plays and the Geargia X stuff, so basically flip your armor, grab the special in it, go into Geargia X, grab something, basically, with Geargia armor in this, it's like a 1 card XZ. And when destroyed, well, when sent to graveyard, I think, when it's sent from the field to graveyard, target 1 Geargia monster that isn't an accelerator, and that's your hand. So it's pretty good. Gotta run it as free. Then we have 2 Gigan OE, MK2. Basically like a tour guide. Well, no, it's like a, Junction Chrono 3 Dragon. Summon, grab something from the grave, never Geargia monster. If you can grab the armor, just flip it face down. An accelerator, so when it dies you grab this, or never Geargia. Or get a never copy itself to make rank freeze. Or, if you still have one in the deck, you go into Arsenal, then that tributes itself to grab the other one, and you go into a rank free, like Solid Sword magic stuff to block a back row and get more pluses. Decided to take out the Machina stuff, because having all 3, Karakuri, Machina and Geargia together, that kind of clogs, and it isn't that great at sometimes. Fortress is good, but I prefer the synchroing, as you have to, basically I don't like anymore ditching extra cards to bring out Fortress, whereas like Karakuri's replaced their -1 via special and something else out, whereas Fortress you got to ditch 2 cards to bring it itself out. And plus, there's a lot more like card removal, basically removal in the form of like compulsory put back your hand, bottomless, deepers, and stuff like that. So it's not gonna get its effects off that much. So that's just for a character play, and then I play just these 3 tuners. Made 2 Watchdogs because level 4, so you can go into Gigan X and stuff, and everything XZs. And 1 Nishipachi because it switches position, but you don't really have many level 3s in the deck. Then gone with 2 Veiler and 2 Maxi, because that way I have something for anything really. If an opponent goes off, I can basically special summoning, I can draw into my Veilers and Gores and stuff, or Veilers just to stop them dead in the track to save myself. Then we have 1 Gores because it's basically wins games on its own. Spell lineup, 2 Duality, because you have the option to go aggressive or just keep conserving your stuff so you can go off next turn. And plus a deck fin as well. Then you have the one-offs, Staples, Reborn, Avarice, my favourite card. It puts back Kindles too. Wanted to be at 3. Book of Moon is not actually that. Book of Moon's like lost its edge. This one really. If it was at 2 or 3, it'd basically run at that. But basically run at that number in every deck. But at the moment, 1 is good, but it's lost its edge it had from previous formats. And then 1 Storm because you want to clear that back row to go off safely. 3 MSTs, basically as a Super Storm, clear it back row so you can go off safely. Avoid like warnings on your armor and stuff like that. And then 1 Smashing Ground because Thunder King Raiho is a bitch, stopping your armor searches and killing your XZs you attempt. So single Smashing Ground for if you draw it and smash Raiho then go off. Traps now, your Judgment because it's Judgment. warning, because you're going to want to basically stop their big monsters like Hyperion, Grapha, or monsters they're going to bounce back for Grapha, Xyz, Ryo, and stuff like that. Then 2D Prison, because it doesn't destroy and banishes, which is a lot better now, because a lot of decks basically can revive from the grave and shit like that, where banished. If it's too high level, Levier can get it, and basically if you can get rid of that, stop that Levier with a Velo or a Compulse or Bottomless, then they're not going to access that card again. Then we got 2 Bottomless Trapo, get rid of those big things, especially like Thunder King Ryo and stuff. 2 Compulsory, plus you can plus off of any XZ or Synchro Play your opponent makes. Compulsory, that monster, they take 2 cards to make it, you take 1 card to get rid of it. And then 1 Starlight Road, because if you go with just setting all your hand, you want to protect it. And if you're going off and your opponent has TT, protect your swarm you're about to make, or protect yourself as you're about to go off, and get a 3/2 for your beat stick that can protect you even further. Extra deck we have Utopia, Shockmaster, well basically Utopia because you want to defend and it's a nice 2/5 beat stick. Shockmaster because you can shock lock with a Bury so they can't defend and you can stop a card once per turn. 2 Gigant X, card's amazing, so it's almost anything from your deck monster wise. Papa Operative to stop their opponent, if your opponent's stalling, stop them, and Wreck Face. Sub-Zero Mounting, amazing card. Block back row, like deep prisons, that's where they can use them. And and also, if you give a monster a battle, you can bring out any earth monster from your grave. So say you go into a Bury or a Burido and they die, later on you can use this, attack the monster, bring it back. Basically make crazy advantage, and 2/2 defense as well, pretty good. Levier, bring back your banished monsters or your opponent's banished monsters, and also if your opponent has Rabbit, White Rabbit, force it to banish yourself and take it. 10 Tempo, so that means the bitch. Basically take materials off it, and also basically take materials off your opponent's monsters and make it more powerful. Zemmeans, as I said, is bitch, basically great defensive card. But basically it takes your opponent 3 times to get over if they don't want their cards to be destroyed. Then, as you see, we had tuners for the Karakuri sides. We got some synchros. We got Scrap Dragon, great card. Basically destroy a card you don't care about on your opponent's card. Or like a used up armor or a accelerator to get back a card in the grave, and then plus on your opponent. Part of the Karakuri engine, basically Burrito, brings out a Karakuri on summon and gives you extra power. Stardust, Starlight Road, and protect your start cards. Bury, like with Burrito, bring out a card on summon and help great against stalling as well. So if your opponent's got like a Reaper, get rid of it, or switch to attack so you can run over it. Black Rose for that option. Landois for if you've got dead MSTs against things like Agents and Chaos Dragon. Turn those dead MSTs into effect negations. And then it goes token because you run Gores. I do have like an extra deck a bit, still working it, but got for fun, Shape Snatch. Basically, same idea as like Simon he had, but this was before he did it, because we had an idea of when we were going to go to Brighton, have something like this, like an almost in your grave for if you get in your deck, side deck, sorry, for if you ever get a future match to make yourself more remembered. What's it? Connect Soldier for against like Samurais and Tiros. Extra Smashing Brand for problem cards. 1 Nobleman for like Gravekeepers or Mirror. Black Horn of Heaven for those boss monster decks. So you get rid of Hyperion, like an extra warning for like things like Hyperion stuff. Inherent summons. All your decks are, all your monsters are, so it doesn't affect you a bit. Macro because you don't really need the graveyard. And this is a lot better than D-Fissure in my opinion, because the fact you can chain it to things. So if your opponent, if you have D-Fissure, they know not to use their card until they get an MST to get rid of it. Where if you got this, when they go to card destructions or dealings, something like that, you can chain this. So basically, And so unless they got MST in hand as well, or set the turn before, then they're going to lose out on the loads. And extra Dust Tornado for back row hate. And then yeah, got 2 tokens. I got Evilite and Death Note token, which is awesome. Yeah, that concludes it. I'll try and see if I can get another video like levels stuff. But yeah, peace.